Hello and welcome back again to A-level paper for Information Technology 9626 for paper 4 Advanced Practical for October-November 2024. We have been already done with the previous task and the videos have been already posted. You will find it in the description. There is a playlist. You're going to find all the papers related with AS and A-level tasks. So we're done with the spreadsheet and we're done as well with the graphic creation, and now let's move to the next task. So in task 3, which is about animation, you're required to animate the path orbit of the planet Earth around the sun. Set the stage to match the size of the background GIF image. So we have to go and have a look at the image. So we have over here the GIF image, and you can see it from the dimensions, or if you cannot see it, there is an easier way. Just go to the properties, and over here in the details you will be able to see the dimensions, which is 900 in 480. So let's go to animate and start to create a new file, and over here we can set 900 in 480. Keep the frame rate to be 10. It's easier to calculate, but if it is 30, 20 also it's fine, but in this let's just keep it 10. And then let's go back again. You can see in this image that it starts with the line of solstice and the equinox. There is a beginning point which is called the aphelion, and there is another point which is called the perihelion. Okay, use the earth and the axis images for your animation. So we're going to be provided with these two images, and the earth and axis image must follow the path shown in the background over here. So you can see this is the first point, and then this goes second point, so this can conclude that it is anti-clockwise. The animation must start at the aphelion point shown and travel at an even rate. So this point, that means all the orbit movement around this orbit, it's supposed to be with the even rate. So the light side of the earth, also another point important, it should face the sun. So the light side should be facing the sun, as you can see over here. Okay, you can see in the third point it is also facing, fourth point, and so on. Okay, the text must appear as the earth passes. So each text, okay, this text was shown before, this text also was shown before, but this text should appear as it passed through here, this through here, this through here, and so on. The text must be formatted to match the text over here. The animation must take around 8 seconds. Okay, this is what I wanted to know. So you need to read the whole page or paper for that task to know what you're preparing and what you're doing. The animation must restart and loop continuously. Okay, those are important points, mainly 8 seconds. Okay, so let's start to get back again over here. So let's set this as background. And let's add our image. Let's just drop it over here. Okay, and let's set it to be for 8 seconds. So I'm going to add a frame over here till, okay, let's add a second layer. Let's call it the earth. Okay, let's go to the first point. Let's go to the first point and add the earth image. Okay, if your sizes are correct, you will be able to see that the earth size and the axis size that is coming, they will be with a good size. You don't need to change them. Let's add the next layer, which is going to be the axis layer. Okay, so now the work starts. Let's start with the animation. So we're going to let it start with the first point over here while it is facing the sun. I think the first one is already facing the sun. So let's start to set it. Okay, first we need to change this into a symbol, convert it, the axis as well. Okay, so we need to start now to draw the path. So to draw the path, Let's just use the pen tool. I'm going just to keep it over here. I'm going to do one thing. I'm going to go to the earth and add a keyframe at the end. Okay, after that I'm going to add an animation. Right click anywhere on the earth layer and create a classic tween. After that, go to the earth layer, right click, and add a classic motion guide. Okay, you can see you got a new layer which is for the guide. Okay, now go to the first layer over here in the guide and select the pen tool, and let's start to draw this path. Okay, to draw it easily, let me hide the earth here and the axis here for a while, so I can just easily see the beginning points over here. I need to have a full view of this whole orbit, so let's start it now. Let's start it from over here. Okay, you can carry on to the points like you can see over here. That's going to be helping you. If you cannot, just Control Z and go back to the next point. You can see if you're thinking that the next line is not working properly, you may just one time click on that previous point here that you created. That is going to make it better for you, and then go and make the new line, which will be much easier for you to control it now. I always prefer removing this line and then going ahead to the next line. If doing this is really difficult for you, then what you can do, you can just keep making small lines you can see here. It's up to you, whatever you prefer. And I'm just going to carry on in this way to make it smoother. Remove this. Let's go for the next one. Nah, I cannot see. Okay, the most important point now is when you're going to put the final point, make sure you're not closing the circle. Leave a little bit of gap over here. That's because it's going to be your ending point. We want to know where is the beginning point and the ending point. Okay, here we go. We got the path, but make sure that the path is added into this guide layer. As I said previously, first select the point over here and then start drawing the path. How will you know that it is added to the right path? Just hide it. You will be able to see the path got hidden. Okay, now it's the time to put back again your earth and axis to be visible again. Okay, now what you need to do, you're going to grab the axis and put it just above the earth. So both of them now will be part of the guide or the guide layer. Okay, now it's the time to add also the classic tweening to the axis, or leave it after, okay, because it's going to give us trouble. Let's just focus on the earth for now. Let's hold our earth. Let's go to the first point over here and let's put it on the the beginning of the line, and then let's go at the end of the earth, or of the last point keyframe here, and let's take the not you, let's hide it. Okay, let's take the earth and put it on the last point over here. Now let's check it. Let's have a look if it is working or not. Okay, great, it's working. And it is with the even rate. Okay, now it's the time to activate the axis as well. So let's get back again to axis, as I said. Grab it back again here. Add the classic tween. Let's make sure that in the beginning it is over here, and at the end let's add the keyframe over here, and let's add it at the last point in the line, and let's run them now. Perfect, they're working together now. All right, that's good. Okay, now what we need to do, we need to face the sun, the earth to be facing the sun. Okay, let's see, like here, the light side of the earth must be always facing the sun. So let's go whenever it is over here. I am going to first, let's go earth, it is facing over here. Let's go to the point where it is, okay, over here. Let's add a keyframe and let's rotate it at this specific keyframe. And let's check it. You can see it is adjusting. Okay, maybe a bit, just a little bit more. Yeah, okay, it's supposed to follow the line. Let's go to the next one. A bit before. Okay, over here, let's add a keyframe and let's turn it to be facing the line, the solstice line over here. Okay, you can see. Okay, after that, let's go to the equinox line. Is this the right one? Okay, then this one. And let's add a keyframe also over here and turn it to be facing the equinox line. Back to the solstice line. Okay, I just need to adjust it to be a little bit more facing. So let's just make it okay, that's better. All right, let's run it right now. Okay. Okay, that's good. Let's go to the next point, which is supposed to be adding the text. Where is the question? Okay. So we're done with this. Done with... Okay, now it's the time to start to adding the text, as I mentioned. So the text is supposed to be appearing. I have already put the keyframes, so following those specific keyframes that when we are facing the sun, we can just add those text at those points. Alright, let's start with the text. So I'm going to start with the first equinox on 23rd of September that happens. Okay. Let's add one more layer and let's call it text. Okay, and you can see those are the keyframes that I have mentioned. So I'm just going to follow with the same keyframes. I'm just going to add a keyframe over here that will appear with the text here. What will be this one? Equinox 23rd of September. Why, sorry, I forgot the U. Okay, I think the text is also matching. Just make sure of your text from the properties, go over here to the object. Just make sure the text, I set it Times New Roman. I have already worked on this before, so I have set it to Times New Roman, size to be 20. Okay, so it's quite matching. And just make sure of the position. Looks like the position can be here better. Okay, let's see. Here it did not appear. And as you move over here, it appears. That's a good thing. Okay, and then let's go to the next image. The next one, it will be the solstice, 21st of December. Okay, so let's go to this next point over here. Add a keyframe. And let's add the another text over here for solstice. Okay, it is S, sorry. Solstice, correct, on 21st of December. Okay, one more thing, that make sure you can see all the alignments are to the left side. So make sure your alignment is also to the left side. No indentation, no hanging is added. And this will be a bit, okay. So okay, that seems good. Yeah. Okay. First ST over here. Okay, so for the next point, let's just move this a bit to see. Okay, it is appearing over here. Let's go to the next point over here and let's add a keyframe. And in this time, we need to make sure the equinox 23rd of March or 21st of March. Okay, so let's add it at the top here. Okay, one important point, that you can see the text is behind the earth. So that makes us consider to bring the text below the earth. So it will be just above the background. So you can see it shouldn't be hiding the earth. So the earth should be hiding this text. So anyway, I just want to see the right location for it. Okay, it's quite perfect. Let's have a look again. This. Okay, and then this one. Solstice on 21st of June. So let's add this one over here. Bit just to the back. Wait, okay. It's having so many points over here. I just... Okay, this seems good. Okay, after that, the last point is supposed to be... Okay, that's it. That's just the last point, and then it's going back to the affiliate point. So let's run it completely. And the solstice, and back to the affiliate. Okay, great. Just one thing, let's apply the loop to it. And then, so the text must appear as Earth passes. So this is done. The text must be formatted to match the text also, yes. The animation must take 8 seconds, which is already done, whole thing. And it should be looping continuously. It is looping continuously. And then finally, just name it as orbit, followed with your center number and candidate number. So just go to File, Save As. Okay, that's saving the animation first. So save your whole project as well. And then go to Export, File, Export, and let's choose Animated GIF. We can also have a look at the preview over here. Let's go over here, click on preview, and we should be able to see the image correctly. So in case there is anything that you want to modify it or do it, you can simply just go back and do it. Okay, great. So just make sure you're selecting here in the animation the looping to be forever, because we want it to be continuous. And then that's it. Save, and make sure you're in the right location. Put the right name, your center number, candidate number starting with orbit, and then save your image. Just have a look over here. Alright, so it is looping. You can see it is working correctly. So it is done. It's looping, and that's the end of task 3 for animation. If you have any questions, any comments, you may put it in the comment section, and in the next video we're going to go to the next task. You will find it in the playlist in the description.